In this video, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG and analyzing it. One of the best ways to improve at backgammon is practice, but practice itself is not enough. You need to study your errors, and that's the benefit of playing against XG. You play, it automatically transcribes all your moves, and it shows you all the errors. I prefer playing against the computer over playing against the person because it's much faster. You don't have to wait. There are no problems, all sorts of things, and it's a good way to learn. And with this, I'll show you a few tools in XG that you can use to learn in this video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. With the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG on a beautiful Jeffrey Parker board. I'm playing the brown checkers at the bottom, XG the white checkers at the top. Bearing off on the left, the XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And here we go. With an opening 6-5 standard lover's leap. Now with the 3-2, you make the big split like that. 3-2 is going to hit and come down, or maybe hit twice. Now there's one escaped. 5-2 comes in with both, double one. Makes the point on head like that. 6-3. So there's the 3. It's forced. And the 6. So one option is to come here, but that allows them to unstack and hit. So I don't think I want to do that. I can play here, but I think rather play here works better if missed. I believe 4-1 can hit and make the point. 5-2. So that's the 2 and the 5. Do I need the tempo hit like this? Takes away half the roll, but it leaves too many blots. I think I just have to play like this. He's gonna double. I have 2 back checkers, and he can hit with 6s. 3-point board, but only 8 in the zone. There are some gammons, so you have to be careful in a 5-point match. But I still think I'm close enough in the race. If I missed, I have some chances, so I think I can take this. 6-3 hits and brings one down. Double 4. Okay, so that's 1. That's 2. And then I can continue. I think I want to make this board. It's nice to have 4 checkers on the 8-point. That way I can make the 4-point in this case and still retain the 8-point. So now, double 2. Okay, so what are the options here? So I can make this point. That nicely unstacks, but it leaves this blot here. I can make the anchor. I can come down here and then come down. I can hit and make the anchor. That might be the best way to go because that anchors, it blocks the checkers here. Puts a checker on the bar, doesn't break the midpoint. Try that one. 4-1 comes in, so 6-3. Don't really have timing to come out to stay back, but I don't think I want to leave all these blots. I'd rather keep that anchor. So I'll come down here. 5-4 comes around. 4-3. Okay, so now this might be the time. I do leave 1, 2, 3, 4 blots. And if I'm hit back, it's going to be a big problem. I think I just have to play safe and wait for a shot. So here's the 4 and here's the 3. Or I can also play 4 down and unstack. Might not get a shot for a while, and I'd rather unstack this one. Okay, 2-1 play safe. 2-1 can make this point. Now I'm preparing the board. So the 5 will go here, and the 4 will slot. Okay, 6-2. Now I can come out and hit, even though I do leave a shot there. Okay, so 4-2, that was a good roll. Hits back, double 6. Okay, so now I have some strong cubes. I'm able to get there. So come out with the 5-4, leave some shots there. That was a miss. Okay, shifts there, goes for the tempo play. Doesn't want me to make that second anchor. Lots of blots like that. 3-1 can't come in. Really need to make that 2 point, but now he hit loose. That's part of the idea. So now there are going to be plenty of gammons. And gammon losses are costly at 5 away because gets the opponent to the valuable Crawford score. Still can't come in. Still can't come in. Now I'm going to need some good rolls to prevent a backgammon. Looks like that'll be the match. All right, now I'll analyze it. This is the most important part. This was a very short one-game match, but this is where you do the learning. You need to analyze everything. So we'll go through the straightforward ones quickly, like the 3-2, then the 5-2 was forced. And then this was the 3-2, the 6-3. Of course, the 3 was forced, and it turned out that it preferred this coming out here, which does make sense because it duplicates fours, and there's a blot in the board there. So you can look at some other things. So like, what if there weren't a blot in the board? Let's see. Let's put it on another board here. And what you do is you hit Control Shift C for copy, and then Control V for paste on another instance of XG. And that's how you can paste it on the other board. And say there was like a blot, and there was not the blot in the board. What if this were covered? I guess that doesn't, we would have to do it from here. So now the fours are still duplicated. Here now you could do that. Coming out is different. So this is what you do in XG. You just modify the position and you learn. That's what people say. People say you can't learn from XG because it doesn't speak. This is the speaking that it does. You have to experiment and modify the position. Now with the 6-3, you can't come out with another one. All right. And then the 5-2. Ah, it preferred the hitting place. So I looked at this, but it does leave a lot of blots here. But this play is close. Yeah, okay. And then the double. Okay, so this is what I like to do. It turns out to be actually a no double. So let's go here and take a look. So this was the position. Okay. So what's going on here? So I have two checkers back against the 3-point board. The opponent has one checker back against the 1-point board. The opponent is on roll. There are only 2, 4, 6, 8 checkers in the zone. Not a lot. There is this awkward stack. So if he brings down checkers into the outfield, I may get some return shots. Probably indirect shots. But there is this 6 that can hit. So let's look at the dice distribution. You hit Control Alt D for dice distribution, and then you go to graph, click the icon with the most red bars, and then I double click this to make it a two-dimensional graph, and then I click after double take. Okay, so this shows you all the rolls, okay, from best to worst for the opponent. And you want to see what are the rolls that will lose the market. Of course, a market losing sequence is a 2-roll sequence, and this is only half of it, but we could see at least those. So this is the 1. You look for 1, and you look at this. Double 6 loses the market by a lot, and 6-5 as well. 6-4 somewhat, and double 3 as well. So look at the double 6. So let's bring the cube here, and then you select move, and then you pick double 6. Okay. Look at what it does. It plays like this, resulting in this position. And now I have two on the bar against a 4-point board, and I'm a huge underdog. Okay. What was the other one? 6-5. So let's take a look at that. 6-5 is going to hit twice. Okay. Or play out. And that results in this position. Um, However, there are a lot of rolls that don't do a lot. So I mean, I'm an underdog no matter what, but rolls like 3-1, 2-1, 4-1, these rolls that kind of do nothing, allow me to kind of get back into things. Now, part of it is because of the blot here. So let's see what happens here. So this was a borderline no double. So what would make it into a double? Well, maybe if the blot were here, now it's the place the opponent wants to make. Now it's stronger, but it's still a take. Um, I think if you have more checkers in the zone, that starts making a difference. See, that's a huge pass now. Okay, so let's go back to the original position here. Now it's a pass. So this is one of the things I've learned from studying blitz positions. Like you'll study double 5 blitz positions and double 3 blitz positions. And this is kind of an intermediate because you have 1 point where you would have on the double 3 blitz position and 1 point on the double 5 blitz position. Um, and here, there are a lot of blots here, right? The biggest factor that changes things is when you have an extra checker in the zone. Okay, so like, let's say this checker were split, and there's another checker back. It's still a pass. Look at that. Okay, and you bring this back here. Now it's a no double. What if the checker were here? Now it's strong. Let's put this checker back here and see what happens. Now that tips it into a double. And let's move it a little bit further. So now that the checker on the 10-point bears on the 4-point, it makes it stronger. And what about a diversified builder here? Still stronger. And what about here? Now it's getting close. And what if like you have your bar point there? Now it's borderline. So these are the things that I do and you learn. So how many gammons are happening here? So white is winning 63% of the time with 23% gammons. That's a decent amount. But still, at 5 away, you want to double more aggressively in gammonish positions because doubled gammon gets you the Crawford game. So other things we can look at is changing the score. So like, let's say it was 1-0. So now doubled gammon wins the match. That's much stronger. So that's a big difference. You see how it was a borderline no double, and now it's 700 millipoints and it becomes a double. The reason for that is because the gammon value is higher. These doubled gammons win you the match perfectly. So if you hit Control Alt K for cube information and go to gammon value on a 2 cube, at 4 away, 5 away, it's 0.814. Okay, at 5 away, it's 0.655. That means the gammons are more valuable because they win the match. For money, it's always 0.5. Okay, so let's look at what happens at 4 away. Now at 3 away, look at how big a difference it is. It's almost half of that. It goes to 0.463. So that's a big difference between 4 away, 5 away, and 3 away, 5 away. So look at this. This is a double and still a take, but if you're ahead 3 away, 5 away, this is going to be a big no double. You see that? It's a blunder to double. Why is that? Because I just showed you the gammon value is lower. The gammons at 3 away on a 2 cube will get you 4 points. So 2 plus 4 is 6, but you only need 5. Okay. So when you get that 6 point, that's 1 point extra that you don't need. It's wasted. It's called overage. 1 point of overage. It's like working 6 hours, but only getting paid for 5 hours of work. You don't want that, right? Or if you're doing like a 50-yard race, it's like forcing yourself to run 60 yards to win the race, whereas the opponent only has to run 50 yards. That's a big disadvantage, and it's very wasteful. A lot of people don't think about these things, but when you compare specifically 3 away, 5 away to 4 away, 5 away, 4 away, 5 away in gammonish positions, you see a big difference. Okay. So that's a good lesson. All right. So then what did I have? Double four was a great roll. Come in and hit and makes the 4 points. Now this double two, so it actually preferred coming down, resulting in this position. My play was like this. It takes away half the roll, which is nice on like 6-4 and double six. But here, 6-4 doesn't play very well anyway. Double six, double four plays okay. Double six plays okay, but not great. So we'll look at it with the dice distribution. This is the resulting position after the top play. This will be play A. And this is the resulting position after the selected play, play B. This is the dice distribution. So this shows an equity heat map. The panel on the upper left displays my equity after having played play A, which is making the bar point. Because if you go back and look at it, this leaves an ace shot, and this also leaves an ace shot. So all the ones are bad. So we'll see that. This shows my resultant equity after each of the opponent's rolls. Double one, 2-1, 3-1, and so forth, with an average column on the right. And the panel on the upper right does the exact same thing, but for play B, the selected play. These two are on the same color scale from blue to red. Blue is good, red is bad. The darker the blue, the better. The darker the red, the worse. And you see more dark blue here. So you're leaving the ace shot, but it works better when you're missed. The panel on the lower left shows the equity difference heat map. So that shows the swing rolls. What it does is it takes the equity value in a given cell on the upper right and subtracts that from the equity value in the corresponding cell on the upper left. So in the lower left, blue favors play A, red favors play B. Most of them favor play A, and especially there's some dark ones. If you have a hard time seeing the darkness of this, you can see it plotted on a vertical bar graph here. You see 6-5, 6-3, 5-3. Those are the big swings. And if you look at it here, it will show you how it's played, and we'll take a look at it. The other thing is you can see the second rolls. So this does the same thing for the second roll. So my next rolls, no matter what the opponent plays, and look at that, all the next rolls are better for me after play A. So let's go back here and see. So let's copy this, paste it on another one. So this is what you do if you don't understand the position. So you make play A, okay? And now you switch it to the opponent's rolls, and then you look at the swing roll. So like 6-5, you put this on 6 and 5. So look at how that's played. Awkward there, right? But let's say I had instead made the ace point here, and now he's on the bar. So this is worse for me. Okay, so that's a big swing. What else? 6-3. So let's see how 6-3 is played here. It comes out, but had I made this play, now 6-3 cannot escape, and that's very awkward. Guess you make the bar point there, like that. So you keep that checker back. That's the idea. I guess going back to the original position, here there's the one checker. Let's see the initial. I guess the idea is you want to contain this back checker. That's your best strategy. So by making this play, you're able to better contain them. And then say white makes some sort of a play. All my plays are pretty comfortable here because I can play off here. However, here I have to worry about covering this blot. Okay, covering this blot is a lot harder than safetying this blot. So that's the idea. Those are the kinds of things you can do. It's a little hard with the XG dice distribution. You could do it like this. And you can see it here. You can see those 6-5, 6-3. They're up here, but it's not as easy to see it like this. You could go to dice map, and again, this is not on the same scale. That's the issue with this one. You have to use the special dice distribution tool that I have developed with my friends Travis Roberts and David Gallagher. This is available to USBGF members. So I recommend becoming a member if you're not. Okay, so that was the double two, and that was the big one here, and the 6-3, and the double two. But there wasn't a lot left. So this one, these were all close. It preferred 8-2, 4-3. It actually preferred making the point, but those were tied. And oh yeah, so the 4-3, this was a little ahead of this because you unstack it. Okay, then the 2-1, I make the point. What else? The 4-3. Oh yeah, hitting was an error here. So I'm not ready to contain this checker here. So if I hit like this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 blots, and if I get hit, look at all the gammons I lose here. 27.2% gammons, which is like double the amount that I lose the other way. So the idea is you want to hit this shot. This is called the critical shot, the shot that turns the game around when you have a double anchor back game or even a triple anchor back game. However, your board has to be ready. So let's say we change things. Okay, so this was the position, right? Let's say now it's like this. Okay, so now not hitting is a blunder because now we have the 5 points. Okay. So that's the key. You have to be able to contain it. What if it were like this? This is even much better. So now you still have to you can hit. Okay. So that's the idea. In the original position here, I didn't have a good priming structure. That's what you need. You need to hit the shot, but also be able to contain that back checker. And here there's not enough in terms of containment. So that was the 2-1. Then the 5-4 just makes the point. 6-2, and then slots, yeah. And then the 6-2, you have to hit no matter what, even though you have a blot there. Okay. Then it was hit. Then the 4-2 was good. Came back. The 5-4 just come out. And then I couldn't move there. The 2-1, and I couldn't move. There wasn't a lot that I could do. That was about it. I ended up getting backgammon. I couldn't save it. But that's okay. That was the match. That was another good match. It's always a good learning opportunity. The biggest thing is like that double take was pretty simple. It was a comfortable take, not enough checkers in the zone. So that's a really good lesson. If you're being blitzed, if there aren't many checkers in the zone, that turned out not even to be a double. But that's the key thing to understand. You want to study these blitz positions. You can go through the regular double 5 and double 3 blitz positions, and I've made videos on that, so you can watch that, and you can see the most important thing in those is number of checkers in the zone. You bring an extra checker in the zone, and that converts it from a no double to a big pass. And then the other one was the double 2, where it was right to make the bar point because you want to contain that back checker. So you can use tools like the dice distribution that will help you analyze those and study so you can see how all the roles play. That's what I recommend doing, and that's a great way to learn by playing against XG. So that's what I do all the time, and I learn a lot, and it helps me when I play against other people. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. With the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon Back Game Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.